From the YouTube Ultra, this is Weeknight with Ellie Muller, and now a man who knows that Jerry Seinfeld won't be watching this, Ellie Cungy Muller. Welcome to Weeknight Update. I'm Ellie Cungy Muller. I'm my great office. Alright, shout out when it's on LT Dark Gaming and Tech, all things gaming and tech stuff. Insert this man as WW with these vigilante videos and whatnot, and Dimitri SMHH with commentary videos and things like that. He's planning on making a new channel. Nobody knows when it's going to happen, but he made a video about it recently, and everybody's going nuts about it. Well, who knows? So there you go. There are those people. Hey, look going over here, will you? Now, the guy who, let's be honest, is the Kramer to my Jerry on the Seinfeld show. Yeah, right. Like, this show is being considered like Jerry Seinfeld. Here's Adam, yeah.
Keek.
Alright, Adam. Tonight we're talking about Mr. Jerry Seinfeld. A comedian who...
Count up 5.
Whoa, listen.
Count.
Listen, man. He's a comedian who doesn't care too much about him getting any attention. So, this episode won't be on this must-watch list.
Okay.
He's busy getting ready for the publication of his new book, which doesn't have a title yet. But, well, listen to this, right? It will be about his stand-up journey. And he's been a comedian since the 1970s. I wonder if he's thinking about his retirement.
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, he recently had Dave Chappelle on his on his current show entitled "Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee." Dave told him that he loves hard-boiled eggs. He told him that only because he doesn't want to get sick. You know, the waiters and the waitresses are putting their hands and stuff on the eggs and things like that. And I'm like,
Hard-boiled eggs.
yeah. Yeah, eggs are just eggs. Whether or not they're hard-boiled eggs or not. And they're always good for you. So,
What you trying to say there, boy?
what I'm trying to say is, stop, saying, what kind of eggs you like. You want eggs, you get eggs.
Eli, there's different type of eggs. There's scrambled, there's hard-boiled, there's raw, there's other types of eggs I forgot about, sunny side up. There are other types of eggs with other types of taste. You can't just say eggs.
Yeah, but no matter what you say, as long as you're eating eggs, they're good. I mean, besides, eggs serve as protein.
Yeah.
And you need a lot of protein to do this top 8 list. Here we go.
I just thought about that.
What's the category? Come on.
Adrian! Oh, baby, attention time for Jerry Seinfeld new book. 8, nothing. 7, what? I have a
Number 6. Read this, please.
Good enough. Okay, number 5. What about
Number 3. Am I losing it?
Number 2. Please read it. That's the same thing as number 6. You think it's funny? You think having one eye is funny? Fuck you. Understandable. Number 1. Are you going to read it? Wow. Read in 3 different. Okay.
We'll be back after this. Yes. Yes.
Spring is here and... Spring!
the recreation for the TV generation, making every minute count. It's Nick at Night.
Mr. President, General Grant's coming on Saturday, and we need new carpeting.
You can't get new carpeting in 3 days, Mary.
Empire, Mr. President. Call Empire.
Only one company promises you brand name carpeting in 72 hours. Empire. Try us.
Here comes the General, right on time.
Glad Empire was on time, too, Mary.
For brand name carpeting installed in 72 hours, even the Lincolns would have to call Empire.
588-2300 Empire.
Thank you. Welcome back to the old program, folks. Yes. Yes, and if anybody out there remembers Jerry Seinfeld's old sitcom Seinfeld, you are totally cool. Wait a minute. You are awesome. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I probably should have said some bad words, but whatever. Oh, yeah. Let's get on with let's talk about it, huh?
Let's talk about it.
You know, once upon a time, there was a man named Talk. Now, Talk was a good man. Until he met the word silence. Silence almost killed him.
Whoa, easy.
The favorite
Easy,
person,
relax.
the best guy to ever come. Time came.
Relax.
And guess what? We're talking. Spend time.
Relax.
Infusion off. And guess what? When time fuses with talk,
Relax.
you already know what time it is. It's talk time. English, French, or even French. Talk time. Only can understand this. English. Today, back in the house. Loki's the host. And I'm here to do whatever I'm here to do. Let's good.
Hey. Now, remember what we talked about earlier? You know, about Jerry Seinfeld working on his new book about comedy? Well, guess what? This will be his first comedy book in about 27 years.
27 years.
Yeah, the first one was entitled Sign Language, you know, in 1993, which was all about, you guessed it, everything that goes on the hit television sitcom Seinfeld. Which, by the way, lasted for 9 years. 9 years.
Unstandable.
Now, this is how Seinfeld organized the upcoming book, right? You know, he's doing it by decade. Beginning in the 1970s when he was a college student on the stand-up scene. You know, Simon Schuster, who happens to be publishing the book, said in the statement, in page after hilarious page, one brilliantly crafted observation after another, readers will witness the evolution of one of the great comedians of our time and gain new insights into the thrilling but unforgiving art of writing stand-up comedy.
Alright.
Seinfeld said, whenever I came up with a funny bit, whether it happened on the stage, in a conversation, or working it out on my preferred canvas, the big yellow legal pad, I kept it in one of those old school accordion folders.
Oh, God.
No, I think that's how all the stand-up comedians used to do before the thing called Instagram took over.
Understandable.
Nowadays, it's like, you know, like, they get something funny, they don't want to lose it, they just put it out on Instagram.
Alright.
And in some ways, you know, it's kind of, it kind of makes sense, because on the yellow legal pad, you know, it could be there one day and then somebody could just misplace it. But on Instagram, or even on YouTube, it's there forever.
True that. Okay, understandable.
Okay, so anyway, Jerry Seinfeld said that he has kept every piece of stand-up comedy he thought was worth saving from 45 years of hacking away at this for all that he was worth.
Alright.
Now, here's what's interesting.
I don't like it when people say all that they're worth. Like, that's supposed to mean.
Who knows? Probably has something to do with their self-worth or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, he also wrote the children's book Halloween in 2002. So anybody who read the book Halloween, when they were a lot younger, yeah, Seinfeld wrote that. Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
So, thank Jerry Seinfeld. Now, another thing that Jerry Seinfeld is doing now is that they call comedians in cars getting coffee. One of his guests was Dave Chappelle. Now, for those of you who don't remember, it's a talk show that was created by Jerry Seinfeld. Not only does he host the show, but he also created the show and he also directed the show. He even edited the show too.
Understandable. It's his show.
Yeah, it began on Crackle as a web series, but now it's on Netflix.
Alright.
And it has earned glowing reviews and has been nominated for a 12 of awards, including 4 Primetime Emmy Awards.
Alright.
So, in other words, you can do a show online and still be eligible for some Emmy Awards. There you go, huh?
Basically, if you have theme and the theme seems smart and you can do it over and over again, you do it.
Now,
And you keep doing it. And you keep bashing your head against that wall you do. It's fun.
right.
And DZone, you'll bust down that wall. And when you bust down that wall, you get what you want.
Now listen to this, right? Every episode, Seinfeld takes an old car to pick up a very funny person. Alright? They drive around, get coffee and things like that, and they talk about a lot of things. Ranging from their careers, their personal lives, to random subjects.
Now look, guys.
Well, wait a minute. For those of you who are still confused, it's kind of like a vlog mixed in with Tom Snyder and Oprah.
What?
Comedians in cars getting coffee.
No. So, look. So first, you go meet up with your comedian. Then, you get your podcast format, but you're taking the. It's basically the Joe Rogan podcast. If you've seen that, but put it in a car.
Right. So anyway, listen to this, right? Recently, Seinfeld met up with Dave Chappelle,
Understandable.
and they went to a local restaurant in Washington, D.C. There, they have coffee, and they browse through the menu while talking about various topics. When the waiter comes over, Chappelle orders 2 hard-boiled eggs, something you probably don't hear too often. Seinfeld said, "That's funny. Hard-boiled eggs are great, but people don't order them. You just find them in the fridge." And Chappelle says that he likes them prepared that way because the shell protects him from any potential waiter cooties. He said, "It's like the safest way to eat them. As a guy never touches the eggs."
I mean, I can see how he wants like that. Like he thinks people can spit in your food, to which some people do, disgusting motherfuckers. But so that's understandable, smart.
Yeah, very, very smart.
No, just say it.
Now here's the thing.
Say it.
Understandable. But here's the thing. Alright? Now this is why, when you're working in a restaurant, now you sometimes have to wear gloves. So that way you won't put germs all over the food. What? Did I say something? Did I say something wrong? What?
Why are you matching me, dickhead?
We got the same shirt, it's
How
just
dare you.
on your side.
Yeah, what's better than shit? Alright, so basically, Seinfeld has his own show. It's the birthday of Bound. Ba 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 in Wales.
Well, he had a show, and then he started, and then now he's writing another book, and he's doing comedians and cars getting coffee. You know, here's the thing with Jerry Seinfeld. He always comes up with the best ideas for TV shows. I mean, seriously, a show about nothing in the 80s and 90s, moved on to a show.
Basically, he's good at being a comedian, which is what he wants to do, so good job, cousin.
Alright, Mr. Seinfeld, nice work. Now, tomorrow night on this program, we're going to talk about Bella Thorne. We're going to see what she's up to. Wednesday, we're talking about Megan Trainor. Megan Trainor on Wednesday. And Thursday, we're talking about David Dobrik. Yeah, David Dobrik. And then on Friday, we're talking about Suzanne Summers with Alex K, Nebby Nubby, Emmanuel Gaffey, one of the guys behind Derek, Michael Lycas, Megan Gracious, all of those people. All of those people. So please tune in all this week. Alright, that's the news. I'm out, skis. Farewell, bye, farewell.